What's good, good people? Soul Brother number one coming back at you from the top of the chocolate Milky Way. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hasbro's 60th anniversary G.I. Joe Action Soldier. This has the classified series designation, but the 60th anniversary G.I. Joe, didn't have anything to do with classified back when G.I. Joe first came out in 1964. So this is Hasbro's anniversary edition of that particular toy. And here we have the package. You see, you got the window shell, the action figure, and all the accessories are visible. Got the 60th anniversary down there. Lets you know it's the Action Soldier Infantry, because back in the day you had representations of the Army, all four branches of the military, I believe: Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. You got some box art on the side with the 60th anniversary logo down on the bottom. You got that QR code to nowhere on the other side, and I believe that may be a digital render of the Action Soldier on the back. Now we're going to get him out of his package and see what we're working with. Now we have the figure out of the package, and first we're going to take a look at the accessories. Right off the bat, what we're going to take a look at is the dog tags. And this was included as an homage to the original G.I. Joe action figure, released back in 1964, because one of the things they did come with was a pair of dog tags. So I think that was a nice little touch that Hasbro included that on the 60th anniversary figure. It comes with the 50 cal, affectionately labeled the Ma Deuce. Now you got one to give the roadblock so he can have his accurate weapon, the weapon that he's supposed to have, instead of that Gatling gun. And it comes with I guess you would call it a tripod that you could port the Ma Deuce into, firing from a seated or laying position like that, if you chose to do so. Also comes with an ammo belt that you could feed into it. Comes with this weapon. Don't know what it is, but it looks nice. Has a folding, I guess, grip stock that you call. And it comes with a removable magazine. Fits in like so. Comes with a sidearm. Maybe a Desert Eagle, I don't know, some type of a 9mm weapon. No paint apps on that. Oh, and also one other thing, it comes with this different grip for the 50 cal. So you see the grips on it here. If you wanted to, if you didn't want to use those, you can take those off and stick that in just like that. That's what I got. Our roadblock is holding his. Comes with a scarf. I think this is to mimic this hood piece when it's pulled down. This is the helmet with the brown leather straps. Matter of fact, I think this is Doc's helmet without the straps. Comes with the alternate head Another weapon. Don't know what this one is. This one looks pretty cool too, though. And I don't think, let's see, does that drum come off? It does. Fit it right in there. Comes with the radio walkie-talkie. The backpack. I believe this is Outback's backpack. No paint detail, but no paint apps, but you got little detail straps, pouches. It's a nice backpack. Comes with the figure stand. We've seen these before in the retro card, but they're black. They have the G.I. Joe logo on it. 2-foot pegs. And getting into the figure, okay, you can see he comes with this hood that when, pulled down, you could put that scarf on to represent it being pulled down. But to take that off, you just pop the head off like so and slide the head out. That's how you get the hood off. And he comes with this poncho. Poncho is kind of flimsy. I like the camouflage, the desert camouflage deco on it. But there's really nothing to it. You got a pocket on the front. It really feels kind of flimsy, but as far as looks, if you were going for that look, it serves its purpose. But we're not going to be displayed with that. Pop his head back on here. And now his rig that he has is, we've seen it before. I think he came out before Doc though. But I think this was the first time classified G.I. Joe, they did this kind of modular rig where you got you could port the pouches in to the holes on the rig, and there's no specific way they go. You put them in there any way you want. I'm gonna have them geared up just like after I do the articulation. Let's do the articulation first. You get the head 360. Doesn't go up all that much. Looks down about that far. You got the 360 arm pose. Bicep cut. I mean, that was a T pose. I'm sorry, T pose. And the 360 rotation. With the bicep cut. The double jointed elbows, as you can see. And the hand is swivels and it's on a, let me see. Trying to see what kind of hinge this on it. I'm not seeing one. I don't want to break nothing. Let me see about the other hands. What kind of hinge they're on right quick. The extra set of hands, they're on, okay, a in and out hinge. They can go in and out. You have that diaphragm cut, but you're not. It's going to be hindered because of his rig that he has on. So he's only going to be able to bend down that far, and that's because of the bend right there at the waist. You do get, well, no, that's a diaphragm. You get a little. That's bending at the diaphragm. You get the waist swivel. Get the drop down legs. Get that far on the Van Damme split. It does have the thigh cut. The double jointed knees, but you're only going to be able to get that much range on the double jointed because of the drop leg holster. You have the boot cut. Ankle goes down that far, goes up that far, and you have a rocker there. So now we're going to get the Action Soldier all kitted out with his accessories and see how he looks. Well, we got an example, but we're going to kit this one out. Okay, as you can see, we fell over. We got the Action 60th Anniversary Action Soldier all geared up, fitted out. I gave him this particular weapon. Like I said, don't know what that is. Put the backpack on him. Holstered his sidearm on the drop leg holster. And put those modular pouches on. This is the configuration that I chose. But you can, you know, your figure, you can put them on any way you want. I had the radio ported in on the belt back here, but it fell out. There it is. Ported that in right there. Mr. Detail, he has a canteen on the back too. I like that attention to detail there. You know, even though it can't, that would have been nice if it could have came off, but it's there, so that's what's up. It's cool. But all in all, this is a, you know, I dig the figure. A couple of folk I saw online, they wasn't digging it, but you know, that's their prerogative. I like the figure, and just to touch on and get him right here with his buddy. Now, just to touch on a little something. When it first came out, and it was announced that it was going to be the 60th anniversary of the G.I. Joe figure, and when I first saw it, you know, because Soul Brother is old enough to have had those original Hasbro 12-inch G.I. Joe figures. Yeah, back in the early 70s, I had about 3 of them. But when they first announced that they were the 60th anniversary, I looked at it and I said, that doesn't, that's not giving 60th, you know, G.I. Joe, original G.I. Joe vibes to me. I was like, what, you know, it just looks like a regular Army figure for today with classified articulation, how they're making 6-inch military figures. And as you can see on the screen, this is what the original Joes looked like. The original Hasbro G.I. Joe. You had a 12-inch figure that had, you know, clothes on because it was Hasbro's answer to Barbie, but for targeted for boys. So they had an Army figure that you could outfit with Army clothes, fatigue / BDUs, and it was a 12-inch figure, came in a box, windowless in the beginning. And then you could buy accessory packs to outfit them with the different weapons and different gear. And that's how it originally was. They came with the dog tags, which was a nice little homage to it. And they also had a scar on their face. That would have been nice if they would have put that scar on it. But I was like, you know, that doesn't, you know, it's not saying 60th anniversary of G.I. Joe to me. But then I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. Original G.I. Joes, they weren't the real American hero, where they were a highly trained special missions force. They were just a representation of the regular Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine, a regular Army dude. And I was like, wait a minute. And that's what this is. This is not a G.I. Joe classified. This is a representation of your regular Army infantry dude. And I was like, oh, okay. For today, with today's articulation on how they make action figures. And when I look at it that way, I'm like, okay, this is a good representation of that. Because, like I said in the beginning, what G.I. Joe was a 12-inch representation of the regular Army man. It wasn't until 82 when they shrunk them down, they became that highly trained special mission force. But before that, they were just your regular Army, your regular Department of Defense, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. And I think this is a good representation of that for the Army infantry dude. But so there you have my review of Hasbro's 60th anniversary. What's it called? 60th anniversary action soldier for the infantry. And remember, funk is its own reward. Y'all be easy.